My name is Kevin Murnin. Grew up right here in Miles City, Montana. Grew up on a ranch north of town here. I work for Neogen Gene Seek Corporation. I'm the territory sales manager for Montana and Idaho. Neogen's the world's largest animal DNA testing company. We got our headquarters are kind of based out of the heart of cattle country down in Lincoln, Nebraska. But we have labs all over the world, from China to India, Brazil, and Canada. We can run DNA tests on anything from beef cattle, dairy cattle, horses, swine, poultry, and as well as companion animals. Well, one of the biggest things you'll probably see out and about, especially for commercial cattle producers, is our genomic or our tests. They offer genomically enhanced EPDs. So as far as what that actually means, these purebred producers, crossbreeds, we'll take these DNA tests, go through the association, have these numbers ran back through the associations to provide a higher accuracy EPD. And what that means as far as accuracy in EPDs is a larger progeny equivalent on these EPDs. So, kind of one of the big issues we've always fought in the cattle industry, compared to swine and poultry, is we kind of have a larger generation interval as far as making genetic progress compared to those other species. But with these genomically enhanced EPDs, like as far as birth weight goes, those progeny equivalents can be anywhere from 15 up to 22 calves on the ground, equivalent to that many calves. So just like if you're turning yearling bull out with heifers, that kind of gets that rookie season out of the way. And if you calved heifers that your first year, you know if that bull's calving ease. But it also allows increased accuracy as far as with weaning weights, yearling weights, carcass traits, those measurements that are kind of harder and a little bit slower to read. We get some increased progeny equivalents there. So if you're looking for a high growth bull, and you buy one of these bulls that have been genomically tested, be able to have some confidence in those growth numbers as well as with your carcass traits. Whether you want to bring those buyers back year after year, or if you're retaining ownership all the way through the packer, to be able to have some higher accuracy EPDs with those traits that are a little bit slower to measure and a little bit harder to measure, and make quicker genetic progress that way. It's a pretty simple process. We can take anything from hair, blood, and tissue, as well as semen samples are kind of our most common as far as with beef cattle. And it's pretty easy. It's as simple as putting hair on a little card, or putting blood on a little card as well as hair. The easiest way and most preferred method we have is our tissue sample, which is just about as easy as taking an ear tag, as far as taking a little itty-bitty punch out of their ear, just enough to get some DNA off that tissue. And then what you'll do is how these purebred breeders work, whether depending on their association, will go through their association. The association will send on that data onto Neogen, and then we'll run the data for them, give them some genomic values back, and they'll calculate those genomically enhanced EPDs. And if you're running a commercial test, it comes right to us. We give you some scores back, just kind of through about 16 traits, as far as kind of 1 through 10 value. Depending on what your breed you're running, or if you're selling composite bulls, you might just come straight through us if you're not working with a specific breed association, but most producers go right through the associations. Really what it runs down to is these breeders that are taking the time to test their bulls are really investing in their commercial customers, and as far as providing a more accurate, more consistent product as far as their EPDs. They're investing, taking the time and money to invest in making sure they're trying to take the issues out, as far as with the bull selection process, to make help these guys make the most genetic progress that they can in the shortest amount of time that they can. If you're going to buy bulls from somebody that has genomically enhanced EPDs or is running DNA tests, which is very common across the industry as far as with these purebred producers, not only are you able to buy with confidence, as far as if you're buying a heifer bull, it's going to be a heifer bull like I said earlier, but you're probably buying from an operation, say whether they're even testing their heifers, they're making more genetic progress, trying to reach their goals as far as breeders go. Like kind of what we had a producer tell me one time, he's able to make as much genetic progress in a cow's lifetime as his dad took him in his lifetime to make. So we're really speeding up that generation interval, really making a lot of progress in these cattle and really charging this thing forward. As far as the genetics go in the modern cow herd, things are moving really fast. We're making a lot of changes. We're moving this needle forward just, at the most rapid pace in history. And when you kind of go, if you have the time, and I've kind of addicted to it, I like to go sit in those sale barns, watch those video sales go, wherever the case may be, and you can kind of see a clear division between the commercial producers that got the high-powered genetics that are really trying to move this thing forward and charge on hard, compared to those guys that are lagging back. There's coming a kind of a separation in the market. I know a lot of these auctioneers and sale barn owners across the country would definitely agree with that. So really what these products do is help you improve your cow herd at the most rapid pace possible, make your product the best for your buyers, whether that be seed stock guys selling to commercial guys and your commercial guys selling on to those feeder calf buyers. And really just make a high quality product and really keep things charging on as fast as possible. I spent a lot of time on the road, and I'd be really glad to come out and visit with any producer. You guys can contact me. Go to the Neogen website, which I think we're going to link in there or something. Give me a call. Be more than glad to visit with anybody about running some genomics. Just go to the Neogen website. My name and phone number and email address is on there. Be really glad to come out and take a little look at your cow herd, visit with you about your genetics and how we can work on improving those genetics with DNA testing and genomics.